Nothing prevents Apple from inventing and releasing new goods during a succession of events in years such as 2020 and 2021. There were 4 such events in 2021, and now in March of this year, Apple announced some exciting updates to the SE, iMac, and beloved iPad. But in today's episode, we are not here to talk about those. We are here to discuss what Apple didn't tell you at the event and what the new iPad Air M1 will offer us. Hey guys, welcome once again to Inzu Tech, where we bring you the fresh and best updates from the tech world. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for the latest updates. So, let's hop on. As we were talking, Apple did not release all the products which were planned to be released at this event. There were several reported releases that did not make the cut for various reasons. Let's take a look at what Apple didn't announce. The first one on the list is the redesigned MacBook Air. In the days leading to this announcement, there were several reports circulating that Apple may introduce a more redefined MacBook Air design in 2022, ditching the tapered appearance in favor of a uniform MacBook Pro and iMac-like form factor. There was also the possibility that the MacBook Air might include a new M2 processor. None of this came to pass. Instead, Apple centered the Mac portion of the March 8 presentation on Studio makers, introducing the Mac Studio with the new M1 Ultra CPU. Still, it is early in the year, and a revamped Air might arrive later around next year or maybe not. With a revised MacBook Air not expected until later this year, the only apparent possible revelation during Apple's presentation is an updated 13-inch MacBook Pro with a new M2 CPU. There's also a chance that an M2-powered Mac may be unveiled with an M1 series Mac Studio, although this would be unusual for Apple. Let's move on to the next one, the new Mac Pro and iMac Pro. There were many reports of Mac lineup additions before the event. This included a redesigned Mac Pro with a much smaller form factor than the present Intel-based cheese grater style tower, as well as an upgraded iMac Pro. Apple did introduce a brand new product, the Mac Studio. It also stated that the Mac Pro is for another day, and indicated that there's one more product to go, in terms of making the transition to M1 Silicon essentially complete. So you guys might be thinking, what about Apple's Pro-grade iMac? We expected it to have a bigger display than the current M1-powered 24-inch iMac model, better CPU and GPU performance, and more subdued colors to appeal to creatives and working professionals. Another most anticipated gadget was the Apple Glasses or VR headset. Every Apple fan around the world was mainly looking for the release of the Apple Glasses. It was no secret that Apple is said to be working on 2 unique mixed reality devices. The first is a virtual reality headgear, which is expected to be released initially. The second item is a set of augmented reality glasses, often nicknamed Apple Glasses by enthusiasts. Neither was mentioned during the March 8 event, despite initial suspicion that the peak performance was a reference to virtual reality. The next case is of the AirPods Pro 2. The AirPods Pro, which launched in October 2019, is due for an upgrade, but we didn't see the successor to the Pro-grade earphones on March 8. The hoopla around Apple's Gen 2 Pro earphones will have to endure. The AirPods Pro receives its most recent upgrade in the late 2021, when Apple unveiled a slightly modified charging case that was compatible with MagSafe wireless charging. Apart from these, here are the new iPhone and Apple Watch. Apple's mobile refresh usually comes in the autumn, and given that the Apple Watch Series 7 and the iPhone 13 were only released roughly 6 months ago, it's hardly unexpected that there was no mainstream new iPhone model at this presentation. It will be another 6 months until the next editions of these items are released. When the new iPhone 14 and Apple Watch Series 8 are released, we'll have all the details right here at Inzu Tech. That's what we all missed at the recent Apple event. Why don't we take a look at what we have seen at the event? Maybe you guys could drop in your views about the new reveals, especially the iPad. Let's start with the new iPad Air. The redesigned iPad Air with an M1 processor is now available for purchase as a new tablet, with the exception of the colors. The 5th generation iPad Air looks exactly the 4th generation iPad Air. The new model is available in purple, a new shade of blue, pink, starlight, and space gray. Other than that, there are no no additional cosmetic changes. And the iPad Air retains its all-display design with a 10.9-inch screen and a Touch ID power button. It lacks 120Hz ProMotion functionality, which is currently one of the primary distinctions between the Pro and the Air iPad models. Though Apple did not modify the appearance of the iPad Air, there have been internal adjustments. Most significantly, the iPad Air has the same M1 processor as the iPad Pro. Therefore, the performance is similar. There will be no speed differences between the two lines until the iPad Pro is updated with a faster CPU, which is due later this year. To bring the iPad Air in line with the iPad Pro, Apple included a 12-megapixel ultra-wide front-facing camera, and it supports center stage, a feature that keeps you in the frame as you move around the room. That's a significant improvement over the prior generation. Most importantly, the iPad Air now offers a 5G connection. However, it is sub-6 GHz 5G and does not function with the fastest mmWave 5G networks. The iPad Pro does not support the speedier 5G network, so keep that in mind. So, are you thinking of getting one? If you ask us, it's not worth upgrading to this new 5th generation iPad Air. But if you're coming from anything else, it's worth picking the iPad Air over the iPad Pro because it has almost the same feature set and it's $200 less expensive. Other than the iPad, we have the new iPhone SE. The new iPhone SE has a 4.7-inch display and 5G capability. It would also employ the same processor core as the iPhone 13, which was released last autumn. The phone will be available in 3 colors: Midnight, Starlight, and Red. The iPhone SE has been an exceptionally popular option among its existing users, and it will be a popular choice among new iPhone customers due to its iconic design, amazing performance, and low pricing. When compared to a variety of options available for Android users, iPhone consumers lack inexpensive 5G phones, so a mid-range 5G iPhone will be a welcome boost for both providers and users. Is that all? Nope. Apple has introduced 2 new color options for the iPhone 13 Pro and iPhone 13. The iPhone 13 Pro will now come in a new Alpine green color, and the iPhone 13 will come in green. That's a terrific option for individuals who are tired of the same old use. Okay, so coming back to where we started, what about the products that never came out this time? Perhaps they will see the light of day at a later date, or perhaps the rumors were absolutely false. But if nothing else, taking a look back at what Apple didn't disclose might offer us a heads up on what we could see the next time the company has a new launch. So as we near the end of this video, how did you find today's episode? In any case, please leave your opinions about the video in the comment section below. This isn't the end of the story. More exciting stuff will be released in the following days, and we will bring you the best of it here at EdzuTech. That's all we have for today. If you want to see more videos like this one, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Enable post notifications while you're at it so you won't miss any of our future uploads. That's all we got for now. We hope you enjoyed watching the video. We'll meet up again at the next one.